You will all agree with me that citation and referencing in academic writings is still a challenge among some junior researchers. Despite the advanced in science and technology, where we are now learning with the technology by the name of Creek technology. And a Creek technology means there are some software, special software that has been designed to facilitate the process of citation and referencing in our writings. Whether you are writing your thesis, you are writing your dissertations, you are writing a particular book, or whatever kind of academic report that you need citations and a list of references from which the documents were taken from. Some still using the 18th century technology of manual editing and activities which you cannot manage to learn thousands of references within your documents, where some journal may require the use of a particular referencing style, while the other journal is demanding on another referencing style. But with the use of software, you can tune to whatever kind of referencing and citation style by a single click. So today, I am going to show you some simple steps on how you can have one of these software in your computer. Use it in the process of citing and making references of your document, even if you will have thousands of books, paper, and review articles by a single click. And I'm going to share with you the simple steps using one of the software, which is free available without any payments, and from which you will not be doing the traditional kind of referencings and citation. Okay? Now, are you getting the problems with referencing and citation? Do you still using the traditional ways of these activities? Why? Is this one of the challenge for your writings? Don't worry. Here, we are going to explain some simple procedures for you to master these activities. There are different citation and referencing styles, of which might be accommodated from different genres. We have the APA styles, the Chicago style, MLA style, Tulabine style, Ghost style, ISO style, G774 styles, IEE styles, and more others. The manual editing referencing style is outdated, man. For your age and technology that you're now having, I don't expect for you to continue doing manual editing unless there is a special task of which it's accommodated even in the software I am going to demonstrate to you today. We have formerly, and it's now existing, that we have computer-aided programs in Microsoft Word, where you will have on the referencing section, you will find a referencing style where you need to add all the information by using manual. You added the author, the title of the book, the page number, the volume, the section, the page, and whatever. But of still, I found it's also still a manual style of referencing. We have the well-designed software for these activities, of which you just do by a single click. We have the Zotero, one of the beautiful ones, software for referencing and citation. We have the EndNotes, of which is also very useful. We have the Mendeley, which is also very common. We have the other one. Each of these, they differ in various perspectives, include where each should have advantages and the disadvantages. But I'm not going to describe about the advantages and disadvantages. Rather, my task today is to show you the operational mechanisms of these softwares. So I'm going to discuss about the Mendeley, this one, the Mendeley, because it's free available, like Zotel. But EndNotes is also free, but you need some complicated ways of which I will explain later. Now, Mendeley is one of the referencing manager. This is the software, as I said, which is used to build up citations and the referencing. It can be used as a document storage, referencing and organizing of your documents, and therefore it also can be act as a library. That all the document that we have already imported into this software, even if your computer get collapsed, get damaged, your document will stay safe once you come up and open for your library, your account. It's like the Gmail account, Google account. That's why one of the procedures in Mendeley, you need to create your accounts and other more activities. It has several advantages like single click, ways to organize your references, very flexible, allow editing, personal accounts there, and it can link with other scholars related to your area of specialization, and it can be used as an indexing mechanisms. These are some of the advantages. Now, let us find the steps. Then we go to the practical part of it. We have the important step that you should follow if we want to use Mendeley as one of the software for organizing your citations, your references in a writing process. First, you need to make registrations from that particular software. You register and come up with your accounts, like the names of Mendeley desktop accounts. You have to do a so-called web importer account. I will show you how do we do this. You can use the same Mendeley account for opening the web importer account. I will tell you how, why, and then after you have created your account into the software, then you create now the Mendeley library, where you will be importing your documents that are relevant to your study and that you wish to be used during referencing and citation on your work. Name of Mendeley. The third steps is plugging. Here, you need now to link between the software, which is online-based software, with your computer, Microsoft Office, the Word documents, the Microsoft Office Words, where you will be dealing with your writings activities. You need to make a plugging, a linkage between these two. At the same time, sometimes you need to have them in document from online while continuing writing. And you'll find this document is relevant to be taken as in my library, and I will use it during my work. So you need also to make linkage with what we call the web importer. Here we have the plugging, web plugging, and the web importing systems. Then the last steps is then the process itself, referencing and managing, organizing your activities. You can do whatever you like within this software. Use as a library, as I mentioned before. Now, let us minimize this section and go to the demonstration part of this software. How do we do? It's simple. First, you go to normal Google, as you do for searching other activities. Then you simply write Mendeley. Mendeley. You will find here Mendeley desktop or Mendeley, whatever. Then we click this Mendeley. You will find here download Mendeley desktop or Mendeley desktop. Suppose we click this way. This is the window will be with you at first. This is what are we going to do? Now, the first steps is to create an account. Now, here is sign in. Sign in means, for me, for instance, if I have an account, I will simply come here and sign in. For you, you need to create an account. It's loading. Now, you go here, use, because this is my account where I use, that's why you are creating now. Use another account. You say, okay, we are creating an account. It will ask you for your email. Suppose I say my email is what we say, my email is John Seto at gmail.com. John Seto at gmail.com. Okay, continue. This is the first step. Give your name. We are registering. My name is John, and my family name is Seto. Suppose. Give your password. You provide the password that you find is relevant for you. For example, mine is provide, then register. Now you are registering. Okay, check your inbox. You will find a message that has already congratulated for your registration. Then after which we move on. Now you have created our account. It's done. Then you go back to what we call Mendeley desktop. You go back again. Now you do what we call download. Mendeley download. Download now. Okay. Now we are downloading the software now. The software for this is free. Download Mendeley desktop for Windows. If we are using Windows, if we are using either like OS kind of computer, if we are using Linux, you will select. I'm using Windows. I will click this section. Now you will find here it is downloading. Now you just relax. If you have water, you take in water. If you have juices, you can take juices, waiting for it to complete. It's downloading. It's downloading now. Now it's downloading. It's almost, it takes almost 2 minutes. Does not take much time. It's now downloading. It's now almost 90-something%. It's done. Now that's the case. It's done. You can open it. It's here. Can take it, copy it, minimize here, placed here. Now, this is the icons of Mendeley. This is Mendeley desktop icon. Now has been downloaded. You open it there. We are now opening. It's now opening so that we make some installation. You open and install the software. Why? All right. It's coming. Yep. It's opening. You relax, take some juices. take some biscuits in other, take some juices and biscuits. All right. Now this is the desk, the window of the Mendeley desktop. Once you have opened and installed it, it will open this way. That's first steps of registration is over. Now you go for the second steps of linking this software with your Word documents. You come here, you have the so-called file, edit, view, tools, and helps. You go to the so-called tools, this one, click here. See, here you'll find this, install web importer. You click this particular section, tap. Now I want to install, right, Mendeley web importer, get importer for Chrome. You click here, tap. What is this important? Here is you are now linking your computer-based Word document with whatever material that I can get from the internet or from the online sources, and then it becomes easy to take into my documents. That is done. We are done with this importing. So we go for the seconds. Install Microsoft Word plugin. Okay, because I have already done in my computer, that's why it is uninstall. Means when I click here, I remove, because my computer is also installed with this. That's why it's uninstall. Otherwise, it could really install. That's the second steps. You should understand it, of which is now done. The third steps is to create a library. To create a library means that you have either downloaded a lot of documents related to your study, and you need to use those documents on the process of citations and referencing. Now, creating the library means you import all those documents into your account, Mendeley account. Now, here we have the so-called, the term ads. Ads. If you click this, you will find add the file. That's a single reference or document. Add the folder means you have a big folder of which you need to bring in. Watch the folder. You can also trace the folder and watch its documents, or add it manually. Sometimes you might have a book. For instance, you are having a book like this. This is a book of which is not easily available online, but I have used it and I have the document pertaining to the author of the book, the year, and all the information. I want to add it manually, and it becomes as a part of my software referencing style. You can do it with a so-called add manually, where if you click here, pop, for instance, it will bring you to this window where you will have to select, was it a book? Was it a section? Was it a case? Was it just a journal? Was it a report? Was it a patent? Was this a thesis? Was this a working paper? You select. Then you write its title. You select for this, the authors, the journal name, if it's a journal, the year, the volume, the issue, the page, the abstracts. You can do whatever, the DO, the file names, and more other informations. You do it manually, and then you save. Automatically, the information from this book will be within your library, where you need to type it manually once again. But suppose we are having documents now, software downloaded materials from my computer. I have them. What I will do, I will simply go here and go for the file. If suppose I try to do for a file, I click this section. Now my computer is now opening. I will select in which section this file is located. Maybe in local disk C. In this local disk C, the file that I need to work on, it is on this section. Maybe which file? The file is this one. Lato et al. This is the person that I'm intending to be a part of my library as a file. You click it and select. You will find it here now. It's now here already. The author is here, the title is here, the year, the publisher, and all the information about that particular document you will find. So I have a lot of files compiled into a folder, and I want to use them in my, you go on the same, you click it here, you add the folder, select it here. Now, in which part? It is in local disk E, for instance, in local disk E, in PhD, for instance, in here, within this, good for carbon climate change mitigation. Next, this is the folder from which all the documents I need to use are within. Then you select it and click OK. You wait here, you find now all the references are getting into. They are now getting in. Done. You see? Now, all the documents that you find to be useful for your study, they are here. And if you want, you find maybe a certain document is lacking some information, you find here the years are here, year of publication, the authors, even this, the PDF of that particular document here. On the other side, if you find a certain document is lacking some information, you can also edit here and just save it automatically. You edit the title of that particular. How do you do? Maybe suppose this is the document was lacking some information. You simply click this, the document will come. This is the document of which I need some information. Maybe the title was lacking. This is the title. You copy this title, you simply copy and paste over here. Maybe what kind of information was missing? Maybe the page number. Simply copy it and bring it here. If it was not there, you paste it. Okay? You paste it. You can do whatever you like. This is the second steps that you create your library then. You have created your library. This is now your library with a full of documents that is characterizing your research work. This is the library. Then after you have created the library, then we are going now, how do we use this Mendeley in the process of referencing activities? That's our intention. Now, let's minimize from these Mendeley activities and then open up one of our work. Suppose this is my documents. This is my documents from which I am writing my reports. This one. I can also, so small, so large. Yeah, this is okay. Let me put it this way. Okay, this is my document of which I need to make citation and referencing. And this document, suppose you have maybe you were copying some informations from different authors that's related to your code and paste on your work, or you write it, then you know that these informations I have taken from a particular author and I have paraphrased it, and then I need to cite the information from which I have taken. What you can do is simply you go to the section by the names of reference, click this reference, then this is the normal word reference. You will find this icon, this part here. This is all about Mendeley, already linked with your Microsoft Word. You will find this insert Mendeley, you will find Mendeley, and you will find styles. If you open up here, you'll find these activities. Now, before this, let me open this one. Okay, it's opened. It's okay. I go back to my Word documents. Suppose I am now writing and I need, why this is not, it's why I cannot see the options here. There is some problem somewhere. Let me make proper. Make something here, or the documents there. Yes. Oh, I had closed it, unfortunately. Now, let us make us install first very quickly, because, oh yeah, some words are open. Try. I need to cross some of the Okay. Now we are to install it very quickly because we had closed somewhere. It will take just a few minutes. All right, it's coming. There was some corrupts of this because we have already downloaded it. We need to install it very first because it's within software. Then we go, then we finish. Very nice. All right. It's coming. It becomes easy for us. Yeah, it's opening. Now, okay. It's now, all right. Then we open our Word documents and we see how we can use this Mendeley as software for this. We go here. Now, after which you will find this Mendeley insert citation. You will find Mendeley style. Here, you can now decide which style do you want to use. Do you want to use American Medical Association? Do you want to make APA? Do you want to use this American Sociological Association, American Social Association, Chicago? Do you want to use III? Do you want to use this one? Do you want to use modern language? Do you have to use nature? Or more styles? These are other more styles that you can select. It's up to you. Okay? Now, suppose I have decided to use this one, the APA style, American psychological style. How will it be done? What you do is you place your cursor where you find that the citation should be there. You press it somewhere here, up, for example. And I know that this information I have taken and paraphrased from Duguma, 1999, for instance. There are two styles. You simply come here and say, you press the cursor first, this point where you want your citation to be, and then you click. You will find this option. It will ask you, go to Mendeley, and then you will have the list of the document, and then you select the one you want. Okay? For instance, I click here, go to Mendeley. This is the Mendeley, my library. Now I want this one to be taken in the citation. This one to be taken. Some Gogoi, this Gogoi, this one Gogoi, whom? Which Gogoi? This one Gogoi should be cited. Then you select Gogoi and go to this particular area and say cite. You'll find now Gogoi is here. Gogoi has been already cited here in your library using the APA style. And I want Gogois to appear in the reference. Okay? But before we go to that, let me cite another one so that we have at least 3 and 4 references. Now, another document information, I want my references to be somewhere either here. Simply insert citation. You can sometimes write the specific name of the person if you know. For instance, here is Lubanza. I know I have the document. You'll find it will come automatic. We have Rubanza 2008 and I have Rubanza 2006. I need this Rubanza 2006. Simply I click this Rubanza and say okay. Now you'll find Rubanza is also cited here, automatic. Okay. Then I want 2 individuals to be cited on this particular, maybe from this, like this one, Monella, Otsina, and Rubanza were all cited on the same scenario. Now I can simply do tap and then insert the citation. Then what can I do? I simply go to Mendeley. I will search for Rubanza. Okay, Rubanza is here. Rubanza, which the University of Dodoma? No, I'm not looking this one. I want Rubanza et al. Rubanza et al. This one, which current trend of speech diversity and productivity. Yes, this is the Rubanza that I want. Now, cite. At the same time, I want another individual who is Otsina. Otsi. Yes, this is the one. I click and say, okay. You'll find it here. So if find this is cited, you'll find this is cited. Then, let me highlight this. Now these are my citations by just click. Now I want these scholars as cited to appear on the reference site. You go to the down section where you want your reference to be. For instance, I want my reference to be here, to be after my document. I have to type references. references, or if not reference or bibliograph, it's up to you, references. And I want my references to be here. What you do, as normal, you go here, you will find the word insert bibliographs. You simply click this, pop, a single click, you will find all your references has been added with that particular citation and referencing style, and well organized by their alphabetical order. Good and clear, simple and good, of which you do not need a complication of manual editing and writing. You can decide to change. Suppose maybe this was my document, and now I want this document to write into another citation and the referencing style. You do not want to consume your time and energy. You simply go this section. Look here, before we go that, this is Gogoi followed by the ear, Gogoi K and then the ear. Now, let me highlight this and then you will see what are the changes that will appear right on. Highlight this Gogoi, and then you want to change into another citation and a referencing style. You simply go to the citation and you say maybe I want to use the IEE style, which uses number on the text, and then the number, the citation will appear. When you click this, automatic, you will find changing. You will see here, this is number 1, K Gogoi, with a different style. And if you go to the document, you will find there is no more Gogoi, instead it's number 1, number 2 is here, number 3 and 4, they are here. By single click, and this is, you will find number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, with just a single click. That's what the importance of this scenario is. Then after you have done your documents, your writings, then you can now export your information without Mendeley, then from which you can make some other simple editing and adjustments, because once you edit on this particular with Mendeley field compatibility, it may bring some problems and it may even sometimes lead to the loss of your work. With these simple stages, I am sure you can now be in the position to use this and perform your writing activities without any problems. Manual editing is a tradition ways of citings in academic writing. We then thank you for your times once again.